Okay, here are the most read posts over at the network in Canadian history and environment that were published in May. First up, we've got the schedule of events for our Canadian History of the Environment Summer School, which took place in Hamilton, Ontario at the end of May and the beginning of June. The theme was From Contamination to Collapse, and I was lucky enough to be there in person this year and connect with beloved colleagues as well as meet some new folks. Chess is always so wonderful, and even if you weren't there, this schedule of events contains a lot of resources, particularly articles related to this topic that may be of interest to you. Okay, second most read in May is part of the Tracking the Effects Environmental History in the Current United States Federal Administration series that I am co-editing with my colleagues Shannon Stunenbauer and DeAndre Smiles. And in this installment, this article for the series, Abigail Block and Caitlin Stack-Whitney are looking at FEMA, cuts to FEMA, cuts to general disaster preparedness, and how this is going to disproportionately harm disabled Americans. So this is the intersections of environmental history, disaster studies, and disability studies and rights. So it's a good one. Thirdly, we've got bowhead whaling bans, environmental activism, and adaptation among Inupiat peoples in Alaska from 1977 to 1981 by Campbell Clark. And this is part of our Historicizing Adaptation series, edited by Shannon Stunenbauer. And in it, Clark is talking about how in 1977, Inupiat whalers formed the Alaska Eskimo Whaling Commission to challenge unjust bowhead whaling bans, asserting Indigenous knowledge, rights, and environmental sovereignty. And then lastly from May, this is one that may not be returned to that readily, but our editor, Gabrielle McLaren, put together a roundup of all the environmental history at the Canadian Historical Association, which met in Toronto at the very beginning of June. But if you want to kind of take a look at the field, what people are studying, this is a great source for that. And you can find all of that at niche-canada.org, where we publish nearly every weekday on topics related to environmental history, historical geography, environmental humanities, and related topics.